Hello, I'm going to show you how to add a new component and edit its pins in Altium. And essentially here we have a PCB, but it has the wrong kind of male header. And essentially here we want to add a new component to this project, a vertical, which is through hole, a male pin header with only 4 pins, and then we're going to show how to use that using the manufacturer part search, and then how to edit pins to clean up the schematics. Over here you can see the incorrect header over here. And yeah, as you can see here, we just looked up the header type that we want to use. Notice that it's 4 pins over here, and then what we're going to do is going to go to components and then search for that component in the manufacturer part search for 4 pins. And then also recall, yeah, we want to do this so that it would be easy for educators to be able to construct this for their class. So now, yeah, we're getting our through hole 4-pin header, and then as you can see, we found it in the library. And then all you want to do is click create new component, and then we are next going to click connectors, and then that'll be good. And then and then we're downloading data, and then the schematic is of a DC to DC converter configured to output 0.85 volts, and then easy access for the male pin header, which is attached to specific nets. And then so we found our desired pin header. Again, that was all online. So so after we've saved under connectors, we want to choose what data to save, and then after that we're going to go to the component in the projects tab, and then as you can see, we're going to bring up the manufacturer part search again right over here. So as you see, we've brought it up so you can see the actual model, and then go over to projects again, and then you'll see how we'll find the component under workspace components. And then we're going to have to finish. This is a server, release the new component, and then that way we should be able to find the brand new component, for which there was a similar one in our library, but this is an entirely new component, which we are now adding to the physical schematic. And then over here, you can just see various properties, the visuals, the general properties, and then we can rotate it just using the normal tools. And note this menu comes up if you double click the component, and the footprint in 3D model, we're also in that same sidebar. So just delete the old component, add the new one as I'm showing right now, and then you want to stretch and connect all the pins to, say, some of the capacitors, and then the ground, and then also you can configure the pin visibility and edit all of the angles and rotate the pins themselves. So that way we are able to connect the header better visually to each of the other components. So in this case, we are able to rotate the first pin 180 degrees, but then notice that it's sort of embedded. So then that way what we do is we are extending the connector, the wire, such that it visibly flows. And we'll do the same for the second pin. And then after the second pin, we're going to do the same for all the other pins. And then recall, the rotating is just for readability. It doesn't actually affect connectivity. And in the component pin editor, you can change the rotation pretty easily. So again, you can see we're doing that with pin number 2, and then over there, just the same with pin number 3, and then over here, you can see pin number 4 has it is easily readable because it's connected over to the other side, over by C2. And then once that's done, as you'll see me do right now, we're going to go to design and then update PCB from schematic changes, and then we're going to execute the changes. You can see right there, and then That way the PCB will be fully synced up, and then you'll be able to see the male connector, and it'll be ready to be placed wherever you want. And in another video, I will introduce exactly how to use other tools to place it. And yeah, hopefully that's a good overview. Alright, thank you.